Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with the Ideal Romantic Partner series. Today it's Stray Kids Felix turn. So let's read for him. Let's talk a bit about his energy first. He's a Virgo sun with a moon in Aries. So definitely a lot of difference when it comes to emotions. You know that Virgo is an earth sign and Aries is a fire sign. So even though Felix does look very calm and really like a very rational person, you know, he's really nice and at the same time he has a lot of sense of humor because of all his mercurial influence. I always picture, I cannot wait to see like a much more development or protagonism of his moon in Aries. Especially I think that I was able to get a glimpse of that whenever he is on stage or whenever he performs. It's like I can see that passionate moon in Aries coming out, you know, because actually he does have like a sort of image, physical image, that is very boyish, that he's too pretty and he looks very innocent and angelic. But somehow with that moon in Aries of his, I have this perception of him being really passionate and being this very having this very strong personality and temper. So I believe that probably he would show these traits in a relationship, especially if he feels comfortable. And you know, I always paid attention to moon in Aries idols because what I think I was able to pick up and actually make like a comparison is that they have this very common trait about their deep voice of theirs. You know, Felix is known for having this very distinctive deep voice. And I can think about two male idols that have moon in Aries that have like this sort of deep voice compared to the other members. One of them is BTS Taeyong, and the other one is Big Bang's Top. So, and they are both also moon in Aries, just like Felix. So it's really interesting. I don't know if Aries, I know that Aries rules the part of the physical part of the body is the head. I know that Taurus rules the vocal cords, but somehow there's something about the tone of voice and also the mouth. They tend to have very prominent lips or very like wide mouth. So it's interesting to see that moon in Aries having this kind of, because I believe that moon in Aries is it's like a trait that is very present in a person's life, especially if they have like a sun sign that is very like calm, or that it's very like peaceful, or that it's very like controlled in nature. You know, I met a person that this person was a Pisces with a moon in Aries and also a rising in Aries, and this person was like very Pisces, you know, like their speech was very emotional, very empathic and everything. But somehow in their life, they used to have like people get angry at them, you know, and having these episodes where people would want to attack them or have an argument with them, you know, and they would always try to keep themselves composed, not to argue with anyone and trying to be peaceful and everything. But I think that these like Aries placements have this kind of influence that if you don't acknowledge it, that you have this anger and this passionate nature inside of you, like life is going to put you like characters or people that are going to want to push that out of you, that they are going to be very conflicted, very complicated, very problematic, so they can like get you to get in contact with that angry side of yourself, with that warrior inside of you that also wants to fight people or have an argument or have some kind of dispute, that sometimes having like that kind of exchange is very healthy for someone that has an Aries placement, to be able to be open up about how they feel and being very opinionated sometimes, but and being blunt, honest, and sometimes someone has to do it, and Aries placements are this. So I think that when I think about Felix, I believe that probably in these ideal traits, probably we can see a bit of this moon in Aries of his. So let's start with the archetypes that he got. He had the archetype of addict, father, slave, and athlete. And then from the Oracle of Romantic Angels, he got the card of religious factors. So let's begin. First of all, with the addict archetype. Definitely, the addict archetype. It's someone that actually is not that literally that you want, like that you desire to have an addict as an ideal, but the addict actually is the other way around. It's someone that actually comes to put in a stop to your own addictions. So probably in the case of Felix, I don't know, maybe he's addicted to work, or maybe he's addicted to, I don't know, like I was mentioning, avoiding confrontations or avoiding having uncomfortable conversations, for example, no? And that addict archetype, what it's going to do is this person is going to come into his life to unravel all that, to unleash all the potential, to unleash everything that had been blocked and sealed and denied. So this person is going to confront him and is going to make him face his real true self, or probably his real desires. I think that there's something, especially with the oracle card, the last card, that it says religious factors. Definitely, I can sense that there's something about his upbringing, or there's something about the way he was like raised, that actually is like he has a lot of like restrictions, or he has like a lot of blockages about what he really finds ideal or desirable. So probably what he's actually finding ideal is to have a kind of partner that allows him to connect more with himself and his desires without feeling guilty. So here with the addict is like this person like destroying all barriers and all his mechanisms, and being like, okay, let's face it, let's face who you truly are. Like, what do you want from me? Like, I think that he definitely wants a partner, or finds ideal a kind of partner that can be like someone that opens your eyes to who you really are. And I think that this is very like interesting, actually. I think that I find it like really interesting that it does the reading starts this way. And then the other card is father. So yes, when it comes to the father archetype, it's not that he wants like a father figure, or that he wants someone that is going to, like, grab him by the hand and be like, okay, we're going to do this. But probably he does want someone that has like more experience and knowledge about life than he does. Probably someone that is older, or someone that has like almost like everything figured out in their own lives, that has like some kind of stability when it comes to their life. So he can trust that person, so he can rely on this person. I believe that there's something about Felix, that even though he does have like a strong personality, especially when it comes to him being in a relationship, he does have his strong personality, he does have his a strong point of view. It's just that he doesn't show it. Probably when he is in a relationship, he's going to be able to show that deep side and this very hidden side of himself, that he's going to allow himself to be more like him, and I think that he's very different from what people perceive of him, and especially because I think that he's still in the process of figuring out who he is, and he's still like developing his personality and his tastes or his preferences. So with the father, I think that with the father archetype, I think that he wants someone that he can trust and someone that he can admire, because I think that somehow this is something that he is lacking, or probably that he finds that people around him or people his age are really lost when it comes to. I think he doesn't want to date people his age, because he finds ideal, or he finds it very attractive when someone has like a trajectory, or that they went through stuff, that they matured, that they experienced a lot of ups and downs. So it's like they have this very raw inner knowledge about life. So he would like to have that kind of feedback, or this kind of connection where actually he can absorb that person's experiences and take it as his own. Probably he likes also someone that can share these stories with him, and that he can talk to this person and learn from this person. And I almost see it like this, when a father is like telling their child an anecdote or something like that. um and also, I think that with the father archetype, definitely he feels a bit attracted to people that are in power. I think that there's something about that that trait, that he finds it ideal, that he finds it very sexy somehow, someone that has power. But then we have the card of a slave. So yes, it's like I think that he wants like a variety, because a slave is actually someone that surrenders to their own desires. So I think that even though in one hand he actually admires someone that is in power, like on the other hand, he actually also likes to see that person surrender to him. And this is where I can see his moon in Aries coming. Like Felix can be can connect with his more dominant traits when he is in a stable relationship, or when he feels comfortable to actually get in contact with his desires. So I think that there's a part of him that, even though he wants to, like, he feels attracted to powerful people, at the same time he enjoys taking that power away from people, in the sense that he would love to make that very powerful and influential person fall in love for him. And actually, while they are falling for him, he wants that person to surrender to him. So there's a bit of like a role play here of like a master and a slave. There's a bit of like a role playing here. I think that he enjoys to feel like he has some dominance over his partner. He I think he finds it ideal to see that person like really hypnotized by him, and like they cannot do anything because they are so like obsessed with him, or that they are so in need of him that they will just do anything to be with him. I think that he also wants to experience power himself. He wants to have that. He wants a healthy relationship, because I see that this power dynamic, actually he doesn't want to be always the one in power, or he doesn't want to always have like the other person being the powerful. I think he wants roles to change, to change every once in a while, but he does find it attractive to have some kind of dominance, to feel like the other person is a slave to the love that they feel for him. He finds it a bit like sexy when the other person is desperate to see him or to be with him. He finds it very. This is what I'm sensing here. I'm sensing that there's a lot of sexual traits here, because while I'm talking about this, I'm imagining like a very sexual scenario. So I don't know if this is like romantic, like we were talking about ideal romantic partners. Actually, this series is about this. But I think that in the case of Felix, actually what I'm getting, it's like a very passionate and very like hot natured, very sexual natured when what he finds ideal. So let's take it like it is. And then the other card, the last card, is the card of athlete. So yes, he and here with the archetype of athlete, I think that definitely he wants someone that has like a very competitive nature, in the sense that probably Felix is one of these person that he likes to make their partner jealous in order to get attention from them. So I think that he probably likes to play with the idea of having a lot of admirers or having a lot of suitors, to actually make their partner become more interested in him. So I think that here with the athlete, what he's showing me is that he wants this person to have this kind of very strong willpower, very strong mindset about about doing whatever it takes to conquer him or to keep him interested. Because I think that also there's something about Felix nature. I sense a lot of fire elements despite him being a Virgo. I think that he also finds it very interesting is that he wants someone that can keep him entertained, because I think that Felix can get a bit bored of having like a stable relationship, in the sense that probably he can get a bit bored. So you need to have that kind of very energetic nature. You need to be very prideful. You need to have this very like energetic nature as well, being very connected with your desires, with your passions, and being able to be very expressive about your love for him. Not to hold back, and actually to be a risk taker at the same time, and to be able to put your whole body and soul into making this a very enjoyable ride. I think that he finds that very ideal. And then, like I was mentioning, the the oracle of religious factors, I think that this is very interesting, because actually this card, the religious factor, is talking about I'm sorry, how these religious factors are intervening into his love life. and how these are going to affect his love life or his decision about a suitable partner for him. And I think that this is, this card, it's about you trying to fix that and you trying to connect with what's going on with those religious factors. Like, are you really, do you believe in them? Do you believe that actually these religious factors uh, are worth of having this much influence in your love life and about you picking a partner? Or actually do you think that they are like standing in the way and that they are actually need to be removed because they are not letting you choose what you want for your love life? So I think that actually this oracle, this last card, is asking Felix energy that actually he needs to review this. He needs to, and probably he will when he starts like having more experience in love. I think that he will get closer and closer and closer to actually get in contact with his real desires. There's something about him like really liking someone but actually being afraid that if this person is going to get accepted by his family. So I don't know if maybe some fans can actually like let me know if he is part of a religion, if he has like a very um because I know that he's a foreigner just like Chan, but I don't know if maybe they belong to a religion that it's very like orthodox, but it could also mean that the person that he would probably find attractive also has like some religious factors that influence them. It could be the other way, it could be that the other person has like some restrictions as well. So I think that he definitely needs to, like, I think that this, he will get this in time, with experience. This is not something that he will go through now. But I think that in the future, or at least as he is growing up, he will get more in touch with his nature and he's going to start also to be more observant about what he finds attractive, probably. Right now, he's a bit confused about his ideal type, but I think that since all this that I read for you, I think that this is like some traits that definitely he finds very alluring, that probably it doesn't sound romantic at all, but it does sound very exhilarating, it sounds very exotic, very sensual, very adventurous almost. So I think that he wants to experience this kind of very high level of emotions and like a roller coaster of emotions and passions and desires. So yes, guys, this is all I have for Felix. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much to the person that recommended this to me. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.